I'm Liv, your chronically online host, and every day we talk about life, relationships, internet chaos, bad decisions, awkward moments, and all the things that spiral way faster than they should. Tonight, I am single-handedly lowering the bar for responsible adulting by admitting that I write breakup letters before the first date. Yep, preemptive breakup letters, because planning for chaos is apparently my cardio. Here's the ridiculous setup. I draft a tiny dramatic resignation letter for my future relationship the moment I swipe right, file it under in case of dumb behavior, and then read it aloud to feel clever. Tonight, you get a live reading of those letters, plus the unglamorous receipts, the real stories that inspired them, my petty commentary, and the hot take that helped me stop accepting chaos as romance. Think group chat roast, but with more ink stains and fewer consequences. Letter 1, for the ghoster. Dear future ex, thank you for ghosting me in advance. It saved me the trouble of emotional labor and the awkward, "you still there?" texts at 2 a.m. Please know that your Houdini act only made room in my group chat for better gossip. True story. I matched with someone who could disappear with the consistency of a seasonal coffee drink. We had 3 texts, 3 small triumphs, and then radio silence. I checked my notifications like I was waiting for a college acceptance letter. The hot take: ghosting is less about bravery and more about laziness. If you can't hold a conversation for a week, you're not emotionally unavailable. You're just uncommitted to basic human courtesy. Letter 2, for the oversharer. Dear future ex, thank you for immediately trusting me with your 3-hour origin story about your colonoscopy outcomes, your third cousin's wedding photos, and the full text chain with your barista. Boundaries are adorable. Please meet mine. I will confess, I once sat through an entire meal where someone explained in chronological order their childhood pet's dental hygiene. I nodded like a human bobblehead and then wondered when I started collecting strangers' trauma as a hobby. Boundaries are not a default setting for me, which is why I wrote this as a public service announcement to my future self. You are not a storage unit for other people's emotional receipts. Letter 3, for the guy who forgets your name by dessert. Dear future ex, you may have been charming at appetizers, but if you call me buddy as we split tiramisu, I'm gifting you an exit strategy. Remembering names is not witchcraft. It's basic decency. A confession. I once dated someone who greeted me like a surprise guest at a party every time we met over coffee. He'd smile, do that friendly head tilt, and say, "Hey," then panic search for my name like we were playing a cruel version of memory bingo. I spent the date testing his recall like it was an audition for a human Rolodex. Life lesson: if someone can't remember your name halfway through dessert, they probably haven't been paying attention to any of you, and attention is cheaper than apology candles. Letter 4, for the let's see where this goes serial dater. Dear future ex, I signed up for a relationship, not a pilot episode of your romantic anthology. If every conversation ends with "we'll see," I'm going to file legal paperwork, metaphorically, and sue for lack of commitment. All right, full disclosure, I stayed in the "we'll see" gray area longer than any rational person should. It's like staying in an apartment with water damage because the rent is slightly lower. Sure, you're saving something now, but the mold is plotting your emotional eviction. Hot take: "we'll see" is the parole of dating language. It lets people postpone decisions indefinitely. My petty admission, I once printed a fake legal notice that said, "Final notice, commitment required," left it on his porch, and then felt guilty for 3 days. Also empowered. Mostly empowered. Letter 5, for the person who brings their ex's friend group to your date. Dear future ex, thank you for introducing me to the people who legally still attend your reunions. If their group chat includes me in a photo, I reserve the right to move to a new city. This actually happened. First date, 2 strangers, 3 inside jokes, and a 4th person who said, "Oh, you know him from our ex's birthday poker night." I performed my small talk like a game show host and then exited stage left when the ex's friend asked if I liked accordion music. My petty reaction was to start an imaginary list titled Reasons to Decline Invitations to Your Social Events, and number 1 was Accordion Appreciation Tests. The takeaway? If someone's dating ecosystem includes a whole other cast, you are auditioning for an ensemble role, and I did not sign up for background actor wages.
Wildcard letter? The algorithm match. Dear Future X, our bio matched because an app thought we both liked outdoor activities and trying new tacos. If your personality profile is curated chaos, or your photos are entirely black and white coffee shop shots, I'm preemptively breaking up with your aesthetic. Online dating is a mood board. The algorithm is basically a cocktail party that guesses your ingredients. I once matched with someone whose profile said adventurous and whose idea of adventure was a different latte art every week. The meta hot take, apps reward packaging over substance. So this letter is half anticlimactic breakup and half roast of curated identities. If your real self shows up like 80% filters and 20% reality, I deserve a refund. Rapid fire pre-breakup lines. Quick, stash these in your notes for future idiots. Dear Future X, if your idea of communication is reacting to my texts with a single emoji, congratulations on your promotion to emotional intern. Dear Future X, if you clap when the waiter brings our food, consider this notice that you and I are in different applause brackets. Dear Future X, if your favorite hobby is debating the correct pizza slice and you turn every meal into a thesis, I'm filing for culinary separation. These one-liners are small shareable wins in a fight against dating nonsense, perfect for group chats and triumphant screenshots.
Recap and confession, my favorite pre-breakup line is probably the ghoster note because it saved me endless nights staring at my phone like it owed me an explanation. Biggest actual regret? Staying in the we'll see limbo because I wanted to be the kind, open-minded person who gives chances. Turns out, kindness isn't a subscription. It's a daily choice. And I was letting someone else's indecision auto-renew. Self-deprecating takeaway, I have a habit of turning my boundaries into suggestions. So now I draft letters like I'm clearing closet space. Ruthless, slightly dramatic, and immensely satisfying.
If tonight's episode made you snort, nod, or privately file a pre-breakup letter of your own, please leave a review. Tell me your favorite terrible dating move, or share your own preemptive notes. I read listener submissions, and yes, I will judge them lovingly. Reviews keep the chaos coming and help other humans find this ridiculous little corner of the internet. I want to give a special shout out to my TikTok friends, Kenny Nelson, Luis Carrillo, Marcos Vendel, Lloyd, and Christopher. Thank you for your support.
Tune in tomorrow for another chaotic monologue where I probably planned for disaster and then narrated it like it was a well-intentioned tragedy. Stay chaotic.